everyone, it's the Axle Shifter here, and I am back with the next Multiverse Wars episode number 62. And today, we have a fight between two insane fighters within their own respective comic book worlds. Moon Knight, the Crescent Crusader, versus Azrael, an agent of the Order of Saint Dumas. So, who would win this fight? You're about to find out. Let's go. While on a mission in Sudan, mercenary Mark Spector was left for dead in the desert by Raul Bushman, a ruthless African general, but afterwards he was resurrected by an ancient Egyptian moon god known as Khonsu in exchange for being his avatar on Earth. Mark would then later return to New York City and become the vigilante known as Moon Knight. Mark possesses multiple personalities such as the millionaire entrepreneur Stephen Grant and a cab driver named Jake Locke, and suffers from dissociative identity disorder, which causes him great mental stress and instability that has made him a highly unstable and volatile person. But now let's talk about his powers, abilities, and feats. Mark's strength is above that of a normal human because it was enhanced by Khonsu, and because of that, he's actually able to hurt other characters like the Punisher and Daredevil, who would contend with people like Black Cat and Bullseye, meaning that he is on par with other peak/superhuman Marvel characters. Even someone like Taskmaster refused to fight him, the same guy who can be and actually fight on against Captain America and Spider-Man, which proves that Moon Knight's attack potency should range around wall level in terms of AP and durability. And in addition, he was able to deform a car by landing on it. And when looking at this feat, this was calculated around 467.82 kilojoules really, which is still wall level. As for his speed, he is faster than a normal person due to the fact that he's capable of dashing away really fast. And Moon Knight's speed gets even more impressive because he has been seen outrunning missiles at extremely close range and seemingly disappearing from one frame to another, all in order to disarm a shooter and simply appearing in front of a woman in moments before she can even react. He's even fast enough to dodge bullets from afar and close ranges, so his combat reaction speed should be around hypersonic at least. Mark's stamina is also easily one of his greatest assets because he can endure severe injuries without showing any signs of pain, and with the ability to shrug off wounds ranging from stabbing to gunshot wounds. And his capacity to ignore pain allows him to engage in prolonged battles lasting for hours really. Taskmaster has stated that Moon Knight's entire fighting style revolves around him having his superhuman stamina and his ability to push through pain, prioritizing offense over defense. And additionally, he can go for several days without the need of food, water, or rest, and actively pursuing his objectives. And on top of all of that, another one of his traits is his ability to seamlessly integrate his alter egos into a cohesive system, as each personality serves a distinct purpose, with Steve Grant excelling in a higher society and, world, and also Jake Locke being a street-savvy informant, and Mark acting as the martial artist master, as working all as one as Moon Knight. Together, all his personalities possess inhuman observant skill and can easily extract intricate details from crime scenes just from a single glance. In one notable instance, he accurately described the murderer's gender, height, and even the abnormal traits of his body from a brief look at the crime scene, showcasing their exceptional detective prowess, as they can rapidly identify the subtext of clues, as well as understanding the method of how a criminal committed the crime. But Mark is still not perfect because he does have his fair share of weaknesses. For one, his mental instability stemming from the dissociative identity disorder can affect his decision-making and reliability in battle. And additionally, his reliance on the Khonsu's powers makes him vulnerable whenever they're withdrawn or diminished from him. But overall, Moon Knight's enhanced physical abilities, combat skills, and strategic mind makes him one of the deadliest characters in the Marvel Universe. From Marvel to DC, let's discuss Azrael. Jean-Paul Valley is a vigilante who was formerly operated out of Gotham City. Most of his extraordinary abilities come from a severe amounts of subconscious training and conditioning he was put through during his youth. unaware of the fact that he was being controlled by a 500-year-old devout religious sect called the Orders of Saint Dumas, named after the angel of death. Jean-Paul Valley is actually destined from a long line of crime fighters using the Azrael suit and name. His main nemesis was a guy named Carlton Leah, an evil man of wealth who believed himself to be the serving of the demon Bias. Yeah, sorry, these names are kind of weird. The Order of Saint Dumas' sworn enemy. Gene's strength is far beyond any normal human, and it allows him to overpower opponents and perform feats far beyond their capabilities, as he's stated to be stronger than anyone from the Bat family. Azrael even defeated Bane on 3 separate occasions, the same guy who broke Batman's back on his first encounter and continues to challenge him. And also, he even fought Deathstroke in a draw in a sword fight, which would put Azrael at around building level in terms of AP and durability, because most other Bat family members scale to this level. And as for speed, he can keep up with the aforementioned Deathstroke, and even Batman said that Azrael was faster than him, which is pretty noteworthy because almost no time, it's very rare that Batman will admit that someone is better than him in a fight. He also protected Cassandra Cain from an explosion before she can even react, and Cassandra is one of the pretty much greatest fighters in all of the world because she could keep up with Lady Shiva and even gain the upper hand in their fights, putting his combat reaction speed to around hypersonic plus. His stamina is also pretty high because, much like Moon Knight, he could go several days without food, water, or needs of rest, and much like other members of the Bat family, who could contain their mental composure for like several days on end. And in addition to this, Azrael is a highly gifted and super intelligent, as he studied computer technology in Gotham University and has shown to be effectively known to his knowledge in combat situations. For instance, how he hacked a computer complex system using an electric fence and a wire from a defeated robot, and his detective skills were even complimented and compared to Batman's by Alfred. And Alfred is the GOAT, by the way, so he can't be wrong. But although Azrael does dislike detective work, he has used his knowledge of chemistry to destabilize a matter-erasing weapon. And also, he is highly skilled in terms of hand-to-hand combat, as the system provides him with 6 different centuries worth of memories of skilled assassins, just like himself, perfectly guides his movements and skills, and are said to be comparable to that of Batman's. But he's not without his weaknesses still, because similar to Moon Knight, once again, his mental instability can hinder him when it comes to a combat situation, and also Azrael's abilities are very dependent on his conditioning by the Order of Saint Dumas, which can be a vulnerability if that's taken away from him. But despite his imperfections, Gene's sheer combat proficiency, agility, and strategic mind makes him a formidable opponent within the DC universe. And now that I've discussed both characters, it's time I talk about who would win this fight. And this is a pretty close fight considering that both of them are very skilled combatants and have superhuman levels of strength. But in the end, I would have to say that Azrael would be the winner of this battle. And I'll tell you why. For one, while both of these guys are physically strong, Gene's enhancements and armor provide a consistent level of strength and durability, which also means that Azrael has a higher level of strength and durability and attack potency, because Azrael is around building level while Moon Knight usually scales to around wall level. Next is speed, and this is where they're both equal in terms of each other because both of them can dodge bullets in various different range and close quarters attacks, putting them at massively hypersonic in terms of combat and reaction speeds, so they should both keep up with each other as the fight goes on. But here's the thing. Azrael's extensive training and conditioning by the Order of Saint Dumas do give him an edge in strategy and execution in terms of fighting. And while both are skilled fighters in their own right, Azrael is just simply better because he has been fighting on par with Batman for several years, and heck, he even once took up the mantle of Batman and beat up Bane once again. And while Moon Knight is pretty skilled in his own right, Azrael just simply outskills him in terms of combat skills, really, because due to the fact that his Batman skilling is there. But, once again, due to Azrael's superior strength and durability and slightly higher skills in combat, but yeah, I would have to say that more times than not, if these two ever got into a fight, Azrael would win more. So, the winner is Azrael.